Hello there and welcome to another episode of Discourse. I am your host, Priscilla Obasi. Today's conversation for me is, it's a personal one. We're taking the conversation to Abia State, where road construction has not just become an infrastructure issue, but has become a topic of political conversation. As a matter of fact, it has become a thing of debate, all right? Governor Alex Oti has been commissioning and rehabilitating several roads across Aba, Umuahia, and other parts of the state, describing them as an evidence to the new governance and direction. However, former governor and current Senator Orji Uzor has publicly questioned these claims, arguing that many of the roads being showcased were initiated or constructed during his administration, and that the current government is merely rehabilitating existing projects. Now, this has caused a debate, right? It has sparked a broader debate, and the question now is the Abia State witnessing new development, or are we seeing a contest over political legacy and credits? I am an indigenous of Abia State, and that's why I said this very topic is a personal one for me. We have also seen an influencer come out to claim or in support of Senator Orji Uzor, claiming that this claims by the senator is valid. In the past, or in the last years, in the last months, since the current governor of Abia State, Governor Alex Oti, emerged as governor, a lot of Abians have come out to praise him. A lot of Abians have said that his administration has come with a lot of change, with a lot of improvement, with a lot of transformation in the city of Aba, precisely, and other parts of Abia State. So this conversation right here, or right now trending on the internet, is something that a lot of people find, funny in a way, being that Abia State is one of the states that, have been argued in the past to have, experienced the lack of development. And we have someone quite vital to this conversation coming to also help us analyze this. He is also an agent of Abia State, and he is a political analyst, none other but Mr. Francis Emele. You get to meet him after this break. Please don't go anywhere, because this conversation is going to be an interesting one. Please stay with us.
A very good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk. Tonight on the program,
as always, it's a pleasure to have you join us here on Global Morning. I am Uyi Alpo.
You know how we do it on Teacher Post Extra, bringing you all the...
On the desk this evening, we have very topical issues to discuss, and of course...
Welcome to your parliamentary program, The Parliament.
Peaceful and joyful home doesn't happen by chance. It is built on...
Men can rise beyond traditional boundaries to claim their rightful place as
a numerous committee, about more than 12 committees.
Festival is a program that comes to you once in a week at about this time, where we look into issues and discuss them. It gives you the opportunity to
world leaders in United
Welcome
Nigeria
to Entertainment Circle. And trust me, today you're about to get entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sports here on Global Television.
One of those is that platform where we bring young and talented artists.
Stay tuned, stay inspired, stay with Global Television on DSTV Channel 365, on Star Times Channel 276.
A very good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk. Tonight on the program,
as always, it's a pleasure to have you Join us here on Global Morning. I am Uyi.
You know how we do it on Social Post Extra, bringing you all the...
On the desk this evening, we have very topical issues to discuss. And of course...
Welcome to your parliamentary program, The Parliament.
Peaceful and joyful home doesn't happen by chance. It is built on...
Women can rise beyond traditional boundaries to claim their rightful place as...
Numerous committee, about more than 12 committees.
Face-to-Face is a program that comes to you once in a week at about this time where we look into issues and discuss them. It gives you the opportunity to...
World leaders in United
Welcome
Nigeria.
to Entertainment Circle. And trust me, today you're about to get entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sports here on Global Television.
Top Zone is that platform where we bring young and talented artists.
Stay tuned, stay inspired, stay with Global Television on DSTV Channel 365, on Star Times Channel 276.
Thank you very much for still being here with us. Welcome back. We are talking about the ongoing debates in Abia State, talking about the road construction between Alex Oti and Senator Orji Uzor, former Abia State governor. We're talking about the debate around the road development and political legacy. And to help us unpack this, from a local to an analytic perspective, I'm joined by Francis Emele. He's a political analyst and, interestingly, an indigene of Abia State. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, my sister, for the opportunity once again to join in this very important topic.
Let's set the context. As someone from Abia State, how would you describe the current political debate surrounding road construction in the state?
I don't really think there is a political debate. It is more of a political accusation. There is no debate. There is no real debate by independent bodies. It's more of the senator representing my senatorial district. Senatorial zone, that is Senator Orji Uzor saying that most or all the roads that the current governor, Alex Oti, is praised of doing roads that he constructed years ago. And the current governor is merely painting the road. That's just an allegation. There is no debate. So I think if we want to bring it to a debate, maybe I will join. You want me to comment on that? Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. So, how was Abia State, right? Your journey to Abia State, or currently in Abia State, how did you see this? How is Abia State? Let's ask. What is the ongoing projects? How would you see the transformation? Is there a transformation at all? What would you describe Abia State as currently?
Okay, let me use the road for example. I do not want to make any bogus claim that I will not be able to defend. There are other areas that you will not necessarily see physically when you enter into the state. But going by the road, which is the major point of talk by our dear Senator Orji Uzor, I think throughout my existence as a human being, I'm more than 40 years now, we are having it the best in Abia State. This is the best we are having. Or about 3 years ago, to when I may not be able to recall, Abia was described as the road, what was known as the road, the state that had the worst road across the nation. We were mocked. In fact, my friends that come from different parts of Nigeria normally post roads to mock me on Facebook, or some of them, they will even bring the link to WhatsApp and post. Nobody ever nobody does that again. Generally speaking, to an extent, to a very large extent, we also have better governance in terms of road construction in the entire Southeast than we had since 1999. Look at what I want to say. Last tenure, Dave Umahi was doing very well in road construction in Ebonyi State. So when you are coming from Ebonyi State, immediately you enter into potholes. You will know that you have entered into Abia or Imo State or any other state. Then when you're coming from another state, whenever you enter into a bad road, you know that you have entered another state because there were some governors that were doing well while others were very poor. But now, virtually every one of them, apart from Ebonyi, which I don't know now, I've not gone to Ebonyi for some time, is doing better than the ones that came before them. Now, I entered second Niger Bridge. And from second Niger Bridge to my state, to my local government, or Hafia local government, I hardly made bad road. It was not like before that you will be kept. In fact, the only roadblock we're having now are the military and the police that put roadblock everywhere, which we know that looking like siege in every part of Igbo land. That's what is causing hold up now, not bad road. Imo State is doing well as well because from Imo to Abia is actually having a good road. Imo to Abia, join through Imo River to Umuahia, having a good road. To Ohafia, if you pass through Abreba Ohafia Road, I mean Uzua Kole, Abreba Ohafia Road, it's actually at its best. Even my state, if I display the road, the picture of the road of my state, it has never been like that before, not in history, not at any point in time. So I want to see the governor is doing well in terms of road construction. Now, if you now take it to what you are seeing on social media, how Abba has been cleaned, you also know that you will also believe with me that Abia is doing relatively well, comparatively well, when you compare it with the governors that came before this one. So Abia is not doing bad in terms of road construction currently.
Governor of Abia State, two times governor and current serving senator, Orji Okalu, come out to say that the road construction that Governor Alex Oti claims to be doing, he's the one that has constructed it. That Alex Oti is basically just, designing and painting roads. What would you say about that? What do I call it now? Is it an allegation?
Yes. That is political allegation. If you just say allegation, you'll be giving it some substance. It's more political allegation. I belong to neither party. Now, the claim that the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, is only repenting Oros, is a political allegation that has been circulating online. What independent reports and project announcements show is that his administration is actively reconstructing major highways that have been abandoned, such as the long-delayed Umuahia-Ikotegbene corridors. I know that one. I've I've used it several times in his worst. I've not used it currently, but that's what has been we've been shown, which clearly goes beyond mere repenting. It's important that we look at what is being rebuilt and the economic impacts on Abians, not just political talking points, because that's actually what I would describe this. It's mainly political talking points. Under OT, emphasis has been on engineering standards, drainage system, proper subgrade preparation, and long-term durability. Many roads created towards Okano deteriorated rapidly. I remember that that same Umuahia Uzua on the Abreba to Ohafia Road. I remember when Ojus Okano did it. He did it one time. He didn't build the road. If what OT is doing is repenting, that means he's actually doing a better repenting than that of Ojuso. Ojuso never did any drainage along that road. What he did is that he inserted some light that when you are running in the night, you will see that the light illuminate the road when you go. But it was a very poor quality road that was not long. The road collapsed after some rainy seasons. And it is now being developed with associated drainages, which is supposed to give it durability. So OT has adopted citywide road recovery approach, especially in Aba, including the one I mentioned that is not really in Aba, including my village, targeting industrial cluster, markets, and residential connectivity. Panos era lacked an integrated urban transport plan, resulting in fragmented and uneven development. It was a patching that was done during Oji. The road he's saying is built as if he constructed road across the bush. No, he also repented, if it is called repenting. That's a really political statement. And I have not seen official response from OT's team. And I want to believe OT believe in more of work than talk. So let them do more roads. It is better for us than political talking points.
Point two, in Abia State that you would say the likes of Senator Orji Uzor has done, even as a 7th senator.
Okay. The Senator Orji Uzor is more of a politician than OT. He's a talker. He's more of a, he can say anything to appease anybody. To Tinubu to do. He can even go to Abia State now and tell President Tinubu, assuming OT is in Abia State, in APC, for example. Senator Orji is the sort that can go to Abia State and tell President Tinubu that OT has rebuilt all the roads in Abia State, constructed other, built airports that flies, built speed rail and other things, because he believes that Nigerian politicians are known for lies. Orji Uzor has done some roads within the Ibere, his area, and I can point to one that has completely been wiped out by water. Have any clue that OT is even going to contest for senator, as he has said that he will retire after being governor. So you see, the approaches will be different. One is a talker, one is a doer. Orji Uzor is not known in Abia State as a doer. Everything he does has political connotation, even his speeches. He comes home because the election is drawing near, he has started talking. Where was he all this while? Abia State has had it worst during his successors, Ochendu, that's Theodore Orji, and the worst governor Abia State ever had, which is OT, which is sorry, not OT, Okezi Ikpeazu, the man that just left. Did you ever see him? Did you ever see him condemn him? No. It was never his business. He's not interested in that. As long as politically it favors him. Now he's out of favor with OT. That's why you see him shouting. If OT defect to the ruling party, which is APC now, you start praising him. So he's worse, even in Abia State, last substance. They don't have weight. We see him as a politician. That's what he is. So what he's saying is basically political talks, not what is obtainable on the ground. Aba is at his best in terms of road since the time of Michael Ogbara. He cannot deny it. Nobody can deny it. Abia is also at his best since the time of Michael Ogbara, since after Michael Ogbara. So what are we talking about here? OT is doing fantastically well. I don't want to go to the way of praising OT, because there may be area you bring now, you silence me, because I'm not a praiser of a politician, no one. I'm better an activist. I'm better as a critic. But he's doing comparatively far better than what Orji Uzor think he did.
Okay, in recent times, we also see that Governor Alex Oti signed a law that stops past governors from benefiting from the state government. What would you say about this?
Kudos to Alex Oti. We don't have any for that. Which past governor needs
I don't think we can hear you clearly. You might have to start again, over again from what you were trying to respond with.
Like what is happening?
Yes. Go ahead, sir. Okay, we might need to go for a quick break. We seem to be having some technical hitch there. Please, the conversation just got started, so don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Thank you very much for still being here with us. We're on the conversation between Alex Oti and Governor Orji Uzor-Kalu, trying to talk about the road development and the political legacy, the discrepancies, the arguments, the contest. We're here to dissect all of that. And we are in this conversation with a political analyst from Abia State, an indigene of Abia State. He is helping us analyze the progress, the journey so far in Abia State. Thank you very much, sir, for still being here with us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity once again.
Question, right? Talking about the law that stops or prohibits or inhibits past governors from benefiting from the state's treasury. I asked what you think about that law.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Clearly, sir.
This is a very plausible law. I do not think, for whatever reason, any states in Nigeria or even federal government has any reasonable point in designing anything that look like gratuity or pension or after service reward for any official at all. Not even by what we are seeing. So the policy or the law that has been signed in Abia State is very commendable and should be imitated by every other state across Nigeria, including the federal government. I think Lagos State started that anomaly, and other states copy it. And I want to believe that it is, or it could be one of the major reasons that our governor, Orji Uzor-Kalu, seems very enraged with Alex Oti. We've had the worst governors in Abia State in descending in increasing order from Orji Uzor-Kalu, Theodore Orji, and then Igbeazu, that's Victor Igbeazu. I have not seen any sharp criticism coming from Orji Uzor-Kalu, even when he was not belonging to the same political party with these ones, including Igbeazu, that's Victor Igbeazu. So for him to be this enraged, it is probably because of this particular law that you just mentioned. Politicians in Nigeria are known to be insatiable. So when you touch anything that has to do with their with their feeding bottle, they become wild. And I suspect this is one of the points, this is one of the problems we are having now. The accusations are infantile. You are painting my, what do they pay roads? Let's even go literal. Since the road he built was actually okay, why was Abia State known as the state that had the worst road across the federation? He's not realizing now that the road is being painted and become more trouble after being painted. So you can see that that policy might have taught our senator. It is a good policy. It is a welcome one. It should be imitated across the federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, including the federal government itself.
Don't you think it's important for leaders to acknowledge their previous administration when completing or rehabilitating projects in any way? Don't you think that at least there's an iota of truth in all of these claims? And Governor Alex Oti should, I don't know if he came under, I know he did not come under the PDP, right? He came from the Labour Party, but I mean, do you think if he came under the PDP, we would be seeing a different topic altogether on the internet today?
I do not know of any road that Orji Okadu built in Abia State. We are conflicting things. It's as if we are not even on the same page. It's looking as if Abia State was a bush. He came and built constructed road. You know, when people use the word road construction in Nigeria, it means a lot of things altogether. So I don't understand what he means by he built road. For example, the Omahia, Usua Kole, Abiriba, or Hafia that led to my local government on Hafia Road was in existence before Orji Okadu came. He paved the road, which I don't believe it was a quality paving because it didn't take time before water washed them off. He now introduced light. There was this light at the center of the road. He was dualized. Not really physically dualized with just a paint. Use this in markings, road marks. Now, that road was washed off. There was no provision for drainage, which would have made it more durable. And this one now came and to introduce drainage and reconstructed the road. So where exactly do you expect us to give him the credit? Orji Okadu is a mere politician. When you say mere politician, who is full of political jargons in his mouth. He did not construct the road in terms of establishing new routes from the bush, from the forest. He created the road, did he? No, you know what existed even before he came. So where did he get it? Now in Aba, there were a lot of roads. You know, Aba is one of the cities in Nigeria that was properly planned then by Michael, but anyway, not Ojuzo, not the military. Now those roads are bad. The road Aba is well linked with road. They were bad. In fact, all those Abia State had the worst road in Nigeria. Majorly they were points made from the then condition of Aba roads. Now somebody has come and started clearing the drainages, rebuilding the roads, and you are saying he's repenting. How come Igbeazu, the man he is now praising, the man that is forming collabo with him, including Victor Igbeazu, including Theodore Orji, how come they didn't repent it since they were the one he installed? And somebody suddenly come, he knows that they are repenting it. Ojuzo is a political talker. It's not what he's saying is not true. We can go to Abia State and verify what is happening. Roads are being rebuilt. Space is being restructured. So let him forget about that one. It's a law. Thank God it's a law. We are not going back there again. Anybody who leaves office, you go and look for what to do. I don't even know why he should be the one complaining of this. He should be the one being enraged because he's not to be a businessman even before joining politics. Is it that insatiable? Is it that hungry?
Maybe we're looking for generational wealth. Okay, we mentioned electricity. We have also seen commendations, towards Alex Oti on how electricity has become, stable in Abia State. Can you also attest of this?
some section of Abia State has relatively stable electricity, but I don't want to attribute that completely to Alex Oti. It's possible that he has maybe created a better enabling environment for that to thrive. The geometric energy that is responsible for that is not owned by Oti. It's led by Professor Bartonaj. So that's what I know. And the process projects have been on before Alex Oti. But I just want to believe he could have, because of more friendly cooperation, boosted the effort that were already being made before he came. But it is not the working of the state government that is improving the electricity. If you are informed or politically informed or understand how Nigeria works, there is no generating plant that was established by the state government. There is no point saying Alex Oti is the one that made light improve in Abia State. Unless there is what I don't know. Maybe he built one farm, maybe solar farm or something somewhere. I don't know about it. But if it is on the point of geometric energy, it is not totally the work of Abia State. It's not even the work of Abia State. They might have helped. But Alex Oti has really created some enabling environment for business to thrive. Maybe it has affected that one too. That's all I know about this thing. It's neither Orjus or Carlo nor Alex.
Well, the good thing is that there's progress, and that's the most important thing. We usually see a contest with, when it comes to road construction and our politicians. So I'd ask, beyond road projects, what other indicators should Nigerians, in this case now the Abians, use to assess performance of a current administration?
Of course, we are talking about road project because we are lagging behind. The world is not talking about road projects. Road projects shouldn't be something to be celebrated. It is. Like
I don't think road projects should be the only indicator, but Nigerians, our politicians seem to be focused on road projects. We see that too with current FCT Minister Wike and some other governors. When they are able to do roads, which is a good thing though, but is that the indices what we should use to base progress in a community or a state?
Road projects, we will call it, of course, we won't even call road project. We only talk about infrastructural development. Road project, we are only celebrating it because you have to celebrate what you don't have. But you won't go to a reasonable country. Let me not mention the really advanced countries. And you'll be saying you build road. So who should have done it? Road that have existed for decades will still be usable in several countries because of quality. So you don't even need to do all these things, all this talking we are talking about, but there are still indices to measure performance of government. Let me use an example. Last dispensation, there was the governor of Ebonyi State, that's the current Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, did a lot of road in Ebonyi State to a scale that none before him had ever done. And he was a poor governor too, because economically the state were made poorer. A lot of accusations were made about him cutting salary of civil servants or not paying or doing this, not paying this and that, not doing this, not doing. We didn't see scholarship bonds that worked to uplift academically the indigenes of Ebonyi State, a state that is the only state that is considered as educationally less advantaged state in the southeast. Nothing. We didn't see skill being learned. We didn't see anything he did for people really. He did road. He did including flyovers, even where it is purely unnecessary. Like the one that we did, be 2 or 3 they did in his local government, Uburu. Abio Hazra. Those ones they are purely there's no traffic and you are building flyovers. So it's not just road. It's about touching the lives of people. As it stands now, there are areas that improvement has been made in Abia State. Before now, I don't want to quote the exact distance because I don't even know it, but I know that many months salaries were earned to workers, all civil servants across board. Worst hit was the teachers. And for now, they are being paid. I also asked question about gratuity. Abia State do not pay gratuity, even from Ojus or Kano. People are old since 1999 to today. Many have died, even through Ojus or Kano, through all of them. And I heard, I've not seen, I want it to happen first before I start praising. I've heard that Alex Oti is on it. Of course, it means there's a lot of money to be paid because generations have come and gone without receiving gratuity. So economically, people are being affected because salaries are not being paid. Nobody talk about salary strike in Abia State, teachers and the rest of them. Now, employment. Abia State don't employ teachers. They just do one abracadabra. But now, he's been employing. I think I've seen the 5,000 people, teachers being employed, including graduates who were roaming around to teach in our secondary school. And another one has started. They have started applying or announced. At least I can point to one or two people I knew who applied and they were taken. So these are indices, economic indices too. Making people who graduated from school find something to do is part of it. It affects the economy. Then how about the effect of the road that is being cleaned? Business in Aba are booming better than it was before because they are now motorable roads everywhere. Is it taxing system? The touting have been removed from Aba. It was getting to its peak. You see people dragging people, pouring, throwing people things out, scattering people, even people selling along the road. The best way to contain them is not going to carry their waste and throw inside the gutter. Those things have been removed. Abia State has a measure of decency that can permit someone to do his business. These are the indices, and there are many more of them, which we don't have even before now.
Okay, so we're saying that beyond just road construction, Governor Alex Oti has actually been doing more in other sectors of the economy in Abia State.
Economy, yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, sir. Governor Oti came in on a reform, or let's just talk about the fact that he has currently been made, or recently been made the leader of the Labour Party. How genuine is this, and what do you think the impact will have in Abia State?
Okay, I do not really think. Okay, let me start from saying that the performance of any governor or any government in Nigeria is not based on the party he or she's the leader is coming from, because the parties we have in Nigeria are not really party in the sense of ideology. It just where it's better, people run, people go here, people do here. Where I can win election, I go, irrespective of whether I perform or not. And parties are not even after whether their person is performing. It's only after we are talking about facts now. There is no party that is pressure on their governors to perform in Nigeria. In fact, if you bring plenty money in the party national secretariat, you win election, they will make you to win or rig or whatever. Enter again, they will support you. Parties are not after who is performing or who is not performing. We are only the one requesting from the street that if you were elected, you have to perform. So I don't think whether he's Labour Party leader or even defect, it will really affect his performance. I do not think so. During the last administration, when PDP and still have plenty governor before they did all their defection, and APC had to, you enter PDP, you pick some governors that are doing good. It may not be in all aspects, just like you had Dave Omai that was doing good in road construction. I'm highlighting road construction. I do not know any other area he did well. People starved because of him. So You go to another state, you see another governor who belongs to another party who may be doing better in other aspects than him. But there is no party that singularly do well because they belong to that party. So I do not really believe in whether he becomes leader of Labour Party. Who was the leader of Labour Party before now? Okay, you say P2P. I don't want to know whether he's even going to defect to another party before election or he's going to join the coalition. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to affect Abia State because his performance, I do not believe, is based on the party he belongs to.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Do you think in any way this back and forth we're having about, or the whole argument about the road construction and, between these two governors, do you think it will strengthen democratic accountability in Abia State going forward, not just for the current governor, but for coming governors, future governors of Abia State?
Very well. I do not believe in any governor or any leader becoming whatever he wants to become without opposition. I need that voice of opposition. Ojisoka Kalu may be lying or saying some lies in what he's saying or saying them out of policy. Just like I told you, I see if Ojisoka becomes president today, I only see a politician who becomes a president. I will not be disappointed if he did not perform because I do not even see him as somebody who will perform. But for the fact that he is pointing out something, whether they are true or they are lies, democracy is being engendered to grow. Ojisoka Kalu, that voice is good, just like the other governor, House of Rep member, Benjamin Kalu, also from Ibere. Yes, I also see him as a big noise maker, but in his noise, opposition is required. Whether they are just saying it, whatever, it's good they say it. Oti should not be left to become complacent, that he has achieved what anybody has not achieved. Just like I told my friends that Oti is seen as a light, a champion, simply because people who came before him were failures. Ojisoka Kalu, Theodore Oji, Alex Oti, they were colossal failures. If they had done well, let's say in terms of road construction, should we be talking about repenting road? No. This one just left yesterday. Somebody is already repenting road to take glory because the road were not good. So we need the opposition. We need the voice. We don't need only him. We need more opposition to spring out from every corner of Abia State. This issue of not because somebody has replaced one road and do one solar street light or something, everybody is now shouting. I don't belong to that school. I want somebody who will come and critique the government and put them on their toes and make them to work, because the money they are using to work is our money and it is meant to work. It is meant for work. So I like the voice. He should push and push very well. He shouldn't relent. It's not just about trying to win Abia State. Beyond that, but trying to make every governor who comes in Abia State to be on edge and work for the people.
Angle you took that from. So in your own view now, let's say we have been able to tackle the issue of road construction in Abia State to an extent. What should Abians be looking forward to now regarding development in Abia State? What is that thing we should look forward to?
When you ask that question in Nigeria, even the most politically uninformed person in the street already knows, because there are a lot. Abia State, in Aba, just like other states in Nigeria, is still doing borehole everywhere. It should be work of government to provide borehole for water. Apart from there are a lot of reasons we will support government to be providing water for the people. Aba is still borehole now. Rando borehole, you go and be buying water. So that's a big one. I said this when people were praising the governor of Enugu. Sorry for the digression. That if Mba finish everything he's doing, I'm a geologist. I mean somebody in the field. He's not somebody who studied geology in school. I'm a geologist, somebody in the field, and in a matter of a month or two, I will complete a PhD near surface geophysics. That's just external. That will be done. So if I start calling myself doctor, maybe next time you are calling me, you call Dr. Emele now. No more Mr. Francis Emele. So I'm deeply into this, and I'm doing near surface and environmental geology. I understand the impact, negative impact of people drilling borehole just anywhere, including Abuja, including Abia State, including anywhere. So if he can tackle water, I'm not saying he should do everything. He can tackle water, even if it is in the big metropolis like Abia State, like Aba, like Umuahia, like while we're growing up, do you know that even right in Ohafia, we're using tap-borne water? I mean, we'll come and turn our
Let's go for a quick break. We would have to rejoin with Mr. Francis Emele, but right after this break, we'll do that. Please don't go anywhere. The conversation continues.
Very good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk. Tonight on the program,
as always, it's a pleasure to have you. Join us here on Global Morning. I am Uyi.
You know how we do it on Social Post Extra, bringing you all the...
On the desk this evening, we have very topical issues to discuss. And of course...
Welcome to your parliamentary program, The Parliament.
Peaceful and joyful home doesn't happen by chance. It is built on...
Women can rise beyond traditional boundaries to claim their rightful place as
a numerous committee about more than 12.
Okay, we're still on Discourse. Thank you very much for still being here with us. And we're talking about Abia politics between Alex Otti and Governor Orji Uzor on road development and political legacy. And of course, we're with our guests, Mr. Francis Emele. He is an indigene of Abia State and a political analyst. I want to say thank you very much, sir, for still being here with us.
Thank you very much.
So before we went on that break, we're talking about what other legacies, what other projects our governors or citizens should be expecting from governors aside road construction. Now, for Abia State, now we would say we have tackled the road construction to an extent. So what should we be expecting from Governor Alex Otti in the coming years?
Okay, let me pick a very important one is water.
Okay.
We know water is indispensable for it's an indispensable factor for human sustenance. Mm-hmm. So I know that almost all states in Nigeria have this issue. Mm. So I believe that Abia State in this aspect in Aba we still have just cities in other states.
I can't hear you clearly, sir. Please, can you be loud? Can you be more audible?
Okay.
Okay.
Or is it network?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't think the other day that
The network is so bad, I barely can hear you.
That's network. It's seriously. It's network. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you barely though, but I can hear you.
So it's not clear yet.
Yeah, it's a bit clearer now.
So water is an indispensable factor for human sustenance. We don't have water in Aba, just like it is in every state in Nigeria, including the Lagos state, the place of my residence. If the governor can revive some of the existing systems of water, system that provided water for us in those days, he will be applauded more and more. Because what people are still doing as a geologist, the indiscriminate borehole drilling and its interaction with, especially shallow boreholes and their interaction with soakaway pits, septic tank, and the rest of them are not environmentally good. So if we can delve into water and stop, I'm just pointing one problem. There are a lot of problems. Just water alone, and solve the problem of water, whereby a state provide water. It's basically we here that depends on borehole. Other system, other places, in fact, some places in Nigeria, in Abuja, you will not enter Maitama and say put drilling water anyhow, or Asoko, and some other place, or Guzape station. Government provides water. Why should we be drilling water? Anybody provide his own water and the rest. Government can provide. It's even bit cheaper. People will pay less when government provide the water. So he can begin that particular project, even if he did not conclude it, to revive some of the systems and give us water before now. In our state in those days, Afia, my place, I remember we were using pipe bomb water in early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. They are all dilapidated and they can be revived. The tanks are still there. The sources I don't know, because as at that time I was too young to know. But the tanks, the systems are still there. Some of the pipes are still in existence. So he can do it. It's a big project for us, because in some communities, borehole drilling is very expensive than what a poor man or an average man can afford due to the depth of water occurrence. So it's very important he looks into water provision, because that is supposed to be provided by the government as it's done across the globe.
Thank you, sir.
I can't talk about all of them.
We'll definitely talk about them in our subsequent editions of Discourse. But for now, I think it's a good way to end the show. Thank you very much, sir, for availing yourself to come join us in the discussion for today.
Thank you very much for inviting me once again.
Yes, sir. Do have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, this is where we wrap it up. It is an interesting time in Nigeria as we approach the 2027 elections. Of course, debates like this and many others will keep springing up on the internet space and everywhere you can have it. But we'll keep you informed, we'll keep you updated with everything that trends right here on Discourse. I want to say thank you so much for joining us today, and do have yourself an amazing day ahead. Bye for now.